Jesus Christ, I'm sore as a motherfucker. Hey guys. So, if you face adversity, you have to keep pushing. Don't let it pull you under. Do not let it pull you under any circumstance, because especially in the face of adversity, when you get pulled under, it's twice or triple as hard to get back out of the rut, man. It's when my mom died 10 months ago, something like that, I was depressed as fuck. I also had a crush who didn't like me back, which made me even more depressed because, you know, I wanted some replacement or something, right? I was lonely. My stepdad left. I was alone. I had barely friends. You can see in my body transformation video, I have Crohn's disease, and when I got diagnosed, I was fucking bedridden. All I did was read and watch YouTube videos. Didn't even read. Just watched YouTube videos, fuck ton of it. Played piano, did music, wasted time, video games, and I was alone basically. And that translated over. Of course, I had friends. I've been healthy for a little bit, but and I built up a social life. But still, man, it's not ideal. It wasn't ideal, and during that time, I thought what to do to not get pulled under, man, to not give in to depression. And I did everything I could have, and now I changed my life completely, man. I'm improving every day. I changed my life for the better. I'm not wasting time anymore. I'm not giving into instant gratification. I do delayed gratification 90% of the day. Most days. Some days I hang out with friends or my girlfriend, and I enjoy that. But even those days, I don't mindlessly fucking sit there like a mouth-breathing rock or something on my phone, scrolling mindlessly through some shitty social media fucking bullshit. It's so energy zapping, all this shit. And this came from my mother dying. I don't know how to sugarcoat it, but I needed my mother to die to become the man I am today. Sounds a little fucked up, but in a way I'm grateful for it. That sounds really fucked up. I would pay millions of dollars for my mom to come back. I would give my fucking leg. I loved my mom. I was a mama's boy. I was a white ass average mama's boy living at home, right? I talked to her every day about everything. And she died within a fucking month. It was a quick thing, no preparation. And during that time, I was in autopilot mode when she died. And, you know, the adversity hit me hard. And, you know, because my stepdad left and I had no one, and I was in autopilot mode. I kept my job. I went to the gym like 6 times a week. I just kept doing what I was doing to improve. And I cut out things that I noticed weren't good for me. When I think back now, I just had this memory. When I think back, I was in my house. I kept living in the house from my parents because my stepdad, you know, he came back now, but he planned to come back, so we kept the house and everything, and I lived in there alone. And it was cold, it was winter, and I made fires, right? And it was fucking heat everywhere. It was like a sauna, and I felt sick, and I was sitting in my desk. I have 2 monitors. I was playing Dragon's Dogma, the video game, and I listened to some podcasts on the other monitor. And guys, let me tell you, man, thinking of that gives me the shivers. Sitting in that fucking heated room in the dark, I wasn't enjoying myself at all playing that game. I was not enjoying myself. I just did it. And that's the fucked up thing about it. That's most young men. They just do it because they're addicted, and they don't know, they're overstimulated, and they don't know how else to spend their time, right? Fuck. Grab a book, improve your mental health. Plethora of things, but I don't want to get into that now. Those memories, they give me the shivers. They make me cringe up, man. It's weird to think of that. fucking, and I was so depressed, I was so sad. I just sat on the desk and I tried to have fun, and I thought it's what I needed, but no. What I needed, because that made me more depressed, doing nothing. What I needed was work on my craft, piano, music, voice, improve my mental health, meditation, journaling, habit tracking, exercising more, socializing more, a lot of writing down shit. Third was improve myself as a person, you know, by gaining knowledge, by work, by cutting out delayed instant gratification, adding delayed gratification, doing that. And fourth was mindset, but that's mental health, right? But fourth was just keep going and keep trying to better things, keep trying to earn more money. I'm at 30 to 40 bucks an hour now for my teaching, for my piano teaching stuff, which I want to get away from because I value my time higher than 40 nowadays, because I don't waste time anymore. Like, I sit down at my desk, in 1 hour I get more work done than what is worth 40 bucks to me, you know? I have this mindset now, and I'm grateful to be able to have this mindset, because I started out with a semi-high paying job, music teaching at a music school, where I get 20 bucks an hour. But I can't just work like 60 hours a month. I have to like acquire the students, so it's kind of shit. So I started with only like, I had like 5 students for like a year, right? It was horrible. I didn't earn anything. And now I do privately some, but it's harder to acquire many students. And my stepdad, of course, he's supporting me still, because we live in the house together now, because he came back. And I'm blessed to be able to say that I don't have to slave out. I don't have to do slave labor, and I'm grateful for that. But I still work 4 days a week, but I want to reduce that, man. I want to fully focus on my business online, because nowadays, shit, man, you can fucking whatever you want to do online, you just need to know how, and then you gotta act, and you gotta be consistent and keep pushing, keep going until, I swear to God, man, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking do this. I swear to you, I want to inspire people as well. And this is what I love with piano, man. I love playing for people, and they're like, holy shit, how do you do that? Can you teach me? And I'm like, yeah, I love that. And I want to do that in self-improvement as well, because I've learned so much through Crohn's disease and my mom dying, and self-improvement journey, man, and my body transformation, and even just Crohn's disease. Fuck, I aged like from 16 to 20, I aged like 8 years instead of 4, like, for me, you know, because I had to I couldn't be a child that much, because I died almost, man. I was in hospitals and shit, and I had to read up on nutrition and healthy lifestyles, and you know, and now I'm as well fucking grateful, because that's how I got all this knowledge. That's how I acquired all this knowledge, because I knew the importance of not wasting time rather early, even though I still did it up until a year ago. Now I'm half a year ago, actually, I'm fully fucking career oriented. Can't speak today. My mouth is dry because I drank matcha tea, I think, caffeine. But yeah, man, adversity makes you strong if you use it. If you can use any adversity to your advantage. Isn't that a fantastic mindset to have? Of course, man. Of course we have more severe cases where really things are impossible. But for most fucking young men, we overplay the fuck out of our adversity. It's never as bad as we make it out to be. My mother died. I had no family. I have a small family. I only have my grandma, who's 81, and my brother, who's a little complicated. But I love him. He's great. But we never have had that hugely connectivity where we talk about everything. We have a strong bond, but we don't talk about things. And so that, now I think, shit, man, it could have been worse. And I improved so much through it. So much. So much, man. And now I'm a changed man. I'm a changed man. I was a boy. Just 1 year ago, I was a boy. Still. I always had a certain drive within me, but I never was able to unleash it. Like, I was never able to live out my potential. You know what's a shame? For a man to grow old without realizing the potential that lies within him. It sounds similar to Socrates, right? It is a shame for a man to grow old without realizing the potential that his body is capable of, something like that. Yeah, man, we all have so much more potential, and society nowadays zaps that from us. Fucking zaps it. Destroys it with social media and porn and instant gratification, and I'm in it for the long term now. But I can only say that since half a year, 7-8 months. Back then, I was a dumbass. I was a stupid motherfucker. I was always being like, oh, I want to be productive. I want to fucking work. I want to be structured. But I never really did anything, man. I was like, okay, I practiced 3 hours today, so that's really good. Which, to be fair, is great. But the rest of the day, I was like, okay, I practice, and now I'm just gonna sit on YouTube and watch shitty self-improvement videos, thinking I'm being productive. That's the common trap. We all watch these videos thinking we're productive, but we're not actually productive watching them until we act on the information we gather. So you better go fucking do some journaling after you watch this, okay? And I know that's unattractive to hear, but God, dude, listen. Do it for the girls. If you're that desperate, that's what I started with, lifting weights. I did it for girls in the first place. I wanted to attract more girls. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I don't give a fuck. It starts with your mental health, though.